wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mal Lewis, AML Films. We out there. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today we got a very special guest, and I would like for him to introduce himself, please.
My name's Jim.
Nice to meet you, Jim. How old are you?
31.
Where are you originally from?
Right here, Philly.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood.
I had I guess a normal regular childhood, I guess, if you can call it that. I didn't grow up rich, like I said. But like lower middle class. I didn't really have a lot of money, so I didn't get I guess poor probably would be the best way to say it. I grew up poor, but my mom basically took care of us. My dad was a drunk. He wasn't really there. So
how long have you been in Kensington?
About 5 years, 6 years.
Okay, so tell me about your current situation, how you ended up in Kensington.
Through the years, I just basically going to jail, in and out of jail. Eventually, about 2 years ago, I went into jail, kept violating, so I get detainers dropped. I can't get right out, so I always sit in jail for like a few months, 6 months. My mom got remarried, so she's out of the picture. I don't stay with her, can't stay with her. My dad is where I would go. I would go to my dad's house when I get home. So I always had a home until 2 years ago. He passed away while I was in jail. And then I really was out here. Then it got real, you know what I mean? So.
What's a typical day look like for you out here?
Typical day. If I go to sleep, wake up, obviously I got a habit, so I'm addicted to the, it's not heroin anymore, fentanyl, as soon as I wake up, I'm sick, I gotta go get well. And then it's just a repetitive getting high all day. The stuff that's out here now isn't really it's not heroin, it's what they call it, synthetic or whatever, it's fentanyl or whatever they call it. So it doesn't last that long. An hour and a half, 2 hours later, you feel sick again, and you gotta go get high again. You gotta hustle, try to make money some way, and get well. That's basically, it's an all day thing. It's repetitive. It's really a job all day long to make money.
What's the difference between fentanyl and regular heroin?
The difference between fentanyl and regular heroin? Regular heroin is, they're two different colors. I guess everybody knows that, but the difference between the effects of it is fentanyl doesn't last long. It's like a quick hit. You feel it real fast, and then you'll nod out and wake up feeling sicker than you were before you did your shot or got high. Heroin, from what I heard, because when I started getting high, heroin was still around, but it was this fentanyl just hit. So I'm like, that's what I'm used to. From what I heard, the heroin would last a lot longer. You know what I mean? You would do it, you would actually feel higher, but be able to do things, and enjoy yourself while you were high. And it would last hours longer. Fentanyl, you just do it, you nod out, wake up sicker than you were before you did it. The fentanyl, but they introduced something else called tranquilizer. They put the tranq in it now, so everyone out here is addicted to the tranquilizer now. You know what I mean? It's just not just fentanyl. You get fentanyl and you won't even feel like you got high. You know what I mean? You got it. Now you got to have the tranq too. Now you're not just addicted to fentanyl, you're addicted to tranquilizer. And you got 2 habits.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I never knew that.
Yeah, coming off of that is, some people say it's worse. I would agree. I would say the tranquilizer, coming off of that is horrible. That and the fentanyl is horrible.
So how many bags of fentanyl do you use a day?
Man, probably bundles a day.
What's a bundle?
A bundle would be like anywhere from like 14 to 16 slices, and slices would be a bag. A slice is a bag. Mm-hmm. I personally, in one shot, can do up to like 6 to 8, depending on the quality of it. You know, it gets that bad because, like I said, the quality. It's, you know, and then most of the time, if you get something that doesn't have trank in it, you'll think it's a shit quality because you're addicted to the trank now. So if you don't got the trank in there, it could be regular good fentanyl, but you don't really feel like it's anything because you need that trank. You get what I'm saying? So you're just adding bags and bags onto it, what you're doing. See me, I also do cocaine with it.
So do you mix the two?
Yeah, it's called speedballing.
And how does it make you feel?
I like it. That's all I do now. That's all I've been, since I've done it. That's like my new thing. So now I got 3 habits. You know, every time I go and do a shot, a shot for me costs $30, $40 just to do one shot.
Okay, so how much do you think you spend a day on drugs? What's average?
Over a couple hundred. I couldn't tell you the exact number, but hundreds get spent. Maybe 1,000.
So how do you go about supporting your habit?
Me and my girl, we hustle any way we can to make money.
What's the worst thing that you have done to support your habit?
The worst thing I've done? Probably take something from somebody. And I'll admit that I wasn't good for what I did, but I have taken something from someone before. Not like behind their back, I just took it from them, you know what I mean? And that, I'll say that's probably the worst thing that I did, because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. You know what I mean?
So how were you introduced to drugs?
Just in my neighborhood, hanging around older neighborhood, wrong crowd type stuff.
How did your parents react when they found out you was using drugs?
Obviously they didn't like it, what parent would, you know what I mean? But my dad was more an enabler than my mom. Like, if it comes down to it and I ask, she'll give me money or whatever. Not all the time, but if, here and there, if I ask her, she does it. But my dad, he didn't really give me money per se. More so, he was an enabler in the fact that he didn't complain that you know what I mean? He would let me do it at the house. You know what I mean? He was an addict as well. He was, like I said, he was a drunk when I grew up. We were kids. He would he would abuse us a little bit. Not like, you get what I'm saying? Like, just like hit us and stuff like that when we were kids. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but
right.
Maybe for another time. But
okay. So
when we got older, his way of, I guess, making up for that was to be like the best friend kind of parent. You get what I'm saying?
Understood. What was your first reaction of Kensington when you got here for the first time?
It was the first time I ever came down here. I wasn't doing like heroin and stuff like that. I was just on like the pills, smoking weed. I would come down here to get like Suboxone and stuff like that. So when I came down, I still had to use her, like, you know what I mean, like that. I thought I was better at first. You get what I'm saying? I really wasn't, but I came down like, wow, this is crazy. Like, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And after that, eventually I started doing it. So, Yeah, it was crazy when I first came down, but then you get used to it. And once you're out here and you're sleeping out here and you're living out here, it's, like I said, eventually you get used to it, so you just become a part of it. You know what I mean?
So are you currently homeless?
Yeah. Well, at the moment I have a room. I just acquired it a few days ago. But it's not nothing permanent, so it's not a permanent situation, so, you know, I could be homeless again any day. You know what I mean? I still consider myself homeless.
I noticed there's a lot of programs out here in treatment centers. Have you ever taken any advantage of these, you know, facilities like Prevention Point?
Prevention Point, yeah. I mean, I just getting works and stuff. I mean, other than that, no. I should have. I should take advantage of like going into a shelter, because then they actually house you, and then you're really not homeless. You know what I mean? It's your, you know, they get you a house, apartment, whatever, and they pay like 90% of it, if not all of it. Furniture, they get to put everything in there. So I should take advantage of that. I think I might.
Because the winter time is coming. What is your game plan for the winter?
Well, that's why I got the room now. But like I said, anything can go wrong with that. It's a day-by-day thing. So, like I said, I still consider myself homeless, because like any day I could be back out there, you know. But hopefully it works out, at least for the winter. Right. But you're right, I should take advantage of some kind of program. Right. Yeah. And it's cold out here in the winter. Don't get it fucked up.
Exactly.
It is cold.
Okay, let's get off topic a little bit. What is your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Scorpio in the building. Shout out to all the Scorpios out there. Holla at your boy, you know. Represent. What is some of your favorite music?
I like hip hop, like rap, R&B.
Do you have like a favorite, you know, musician, artist?
Right now I like Lil Baby. I like his music. I like Lil Baby.
What about some favorite foods? What are some of your favorite foods?
You know, obviously, cheesesteaks. I love the cheesesteaks in Philly. Pizza. Yeah, probably just like, pizza, cheesesteak, stuff like that. Right now, like every day for some reason, I be tearing Oreos and milk up.
Classic.
Some Oreos and milk, man. It's my cookies and milk.
What is your favorite color?
Probably like a turquoise blue, like in between blue and green, that turquoise color. I like that color.
That's definitely a unique color. Do you have any favorite sports team?
Eagles, obviously. Obviously the Eagles.
Represent. That's the only sport you like? Football?
No. I like football. I'm an all-around athlete, so I can play every sport. I like every sport, but my main sport is probably like football and hockey. I was good at hockey. I like hockey. Baseball too, obviously. Baseball. Baseball's a little boring to watch though.
Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry it is.
Strawberry.
Do you like any candy? Do you have a favorite candy?
Probably candy, I would say. Like any Reese's. Like Take 5, Fast Break. Yeah, that's just lame.
Do you have a spiritual or religious belief?
I'm Christian, but me as a person, I just believe in like, you know, whatever God is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have him being one thing or a certain thing. He's just there, like a spirit, you know what I mean?
I understand. So where do you think you'll go when you die?
I wouldn't know, man. Over the years, I struggle with my beliefs, man. There was a long period of time where I just thought that you just cease to exist. For real, like when you ever like pass out or just been asleep because you're so tired and you just wake up, you don't dream? You ever just sleep and you just wake up, you're like, damn. Like I feel like when
some of those.
Yeah, when you die, you just cease to exist. Like you don't know you're dead. It's over. You feel me?
But when you was a little boy, what do you want to become when you grow up?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to be an athlete. Played a lot of sports when I was a kid.
What is art to you?
Art, to me, art to me is anything that's beautiful to a person. To me, if I think something looks beautiful, it's art to me. It could be anything for real, not just a picture. It could be anything. What I look at as art could be different from what you look at as art.
Perspective, exactly.
Perspective, right.
When you look at yourself in the mirror now, what do you see?
What do I see when I look at myself in the mirror? I don't really see, like, I just see myself. Like, I don't see myself as anything right now. Obviously a drug addict.
More than a drug addict.
But,
it's more to you than that.
Yeah. But, you know, the thing is, when you deal with drugs every day and you're in it, you lose sight of everything.
So let us know, what does your addiction make you feel like? How does it feel like to be an addict to you?
To me, you're stuck. You don't want to be in this. You do at first because you're not, all right, when you, say you get clean and then you relapse. When you relapse at first, you don't need it the first like week. So when you do it, you're getting high and it's just like a fun thing. And you know you're gonna get to that point where you're gonna need it. But you do it anyway because that's what addicts do, you know what I'm saying? But once you do need it, then it becomes a job. It becomes a pain, you know what I'm saying? It becomes something that you need. You wanna do it, but you don't wanna be stuck in it, you know what I'm saying? You don't wanna have to need it, but you do. That's what happens. It's like a gift and a curse, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, I don't know, to me.
How do people treat you due to the fact that you're an addict?
As if you're not a person, as if you're just a piece of shit on the sidewalk. They don't care, they don't want you to touch them. They feel like you got some kind of disease or something, you know, they look at you like they're better than you, basically.
Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many?
I got 2 kids.
When was the last time you spoke with your kids?
Probably, I haven't spoken with them for a little while, probably like a few months.
If they was watching this video, what message would you like to send to them?
The message I would like to send to people, like people who aren't addicted, I would like, obviously don't pick up, you know. It may seem like it's fun at first, but it's really not worth it. You will lose everything. Everything that matters to you, you'll lose first. Everything that you want, everything that you wanted before in your life that mattered to you, that you thought made your life better, you're gonna lose all that. So just don't do it. You know what I mean? That's the message I would give to people. Don't do it. You're better where you're at now. Just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Have you ever tried Suboxone?
I have.
What do you think about it?
It works, but it worked for me before I got to the level that I'm at now. And then I've had it afterwards, and it's not, it works, but it, like, the strength of it doesn't compare to what I'm doing now, so it's a little less effective, but you know, it does work, so I might give that a try again.
Okay guys, he's in the hot seat right now, and where I'm about to take him, he just got to be 100 with us. It's come down to Sierra. You know, that's your girl. We know that's your boo and everything. She told us you guys been on and off, and a lot of people think that due to the fact both of you guys is in a relationship that you're holding her back. What's your take on that?
Not at all.
Because her family want to come out here, take her back home, get her in that process of getting claimed because she has a daughter and everything, but she got you in the picture, and she always, in the last interview, she was like, but Jim, she want to leave, but she don't want to do it because you're out here.
See, I encourage her to do it.
So if her family come out here today or tomorrow and she's with you and they said, Sierra, let's leave right now, would you encourage her to leave with the family?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would encourage her to go, yes. But she wants to be, you get what I'm saying? And I'm speaking to Sierra's family, come out here to get her, and you want to take her to get help, and she wants to go do it, absolutely. I encourage her to do that. I never once asked her not to go get help or told her not to go for me. I would never be selfish and do that, ever. I love Sierra, so if that's what she wants to do and you guys want to come get it, that's 100% fine with me.
You would tell her to go. So recently something happened to you guys. Explain to the audience what happened to y'all when you had some bruises, and I was a little bit concerned when I saw you.
We were in a car and with somebody, and she was asleep in the front seat. I was in the back seat asleep, and the person must have been going 30, 40. She had to be going fast because she hit a parked car and flipped the car with us in it, like sideways, boom. And that's where the scrapes and bruises came from. We're in the mix with the drugs, so that's the first thing in a situation like that. That's what a drug addict, someone in Kensington the first thing that comes to their mind in any situation like that.
So yeah, if you had 3 wishes in this world, what would your 3 wishes be?
My 3 wishes. I guess one would be for me and my family to just be good, financially, healthy, physically, you know. For my kids, and I guess that would be my family, right? So I guess my second wish would be for everyone else to be good, just for the, you know what I mean, them and their families, everybody to get right, figure out their lives, you know what I'm saying? My third wish would probably be, I haven't been asked this question in a while. I guess to not have an addiction problem anymore. To be able to beat my addiction. That's like my main wish.
On my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit.